This conversation was sponsored by Komodo, a zero-knowledge, peer-to-peer atomic swap exchange. Learn more at komodoplatform.com. Hello, everybody. It's Juan Galt with Crypto TV, and today we've got Gary, the famous Gary from the Decentralized Dance Party. How are you doing today, Mr. Gary?
Very well, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Very excited about what you guys are working on right now. So this is, I don't know if you guys watching on the audience, if you've heard of the Decentralized Dance Party or of Dogecon.fun, which is a conference that's coming up in Vancouver at the end of June. I believe it starts around the 20th. But I got to say, I am very, very excited about it. It's there's some incredible items on the agenda, and well, maybe we'll let Gary tell us about it. How's that going? You guys been working on it for a few months, so tell us about it.
Yeah, I guess I can't even remember the genesis of it. I think Chelsea and I were talking about it, and then we were talking about doing a crazy conference, just filling the revolving restaurant here with people and doing some kind of crypto crazy event. And then she just ran with it, and it became a 4-day affair. The first day, there's just the Healing Moon welcome ceremony. And then the next day, Friday, is Doge Talks. So that'll be tons of panels all day and night, I believe. And then the next day, there's a puppy parade, giant scavenger hunt, search for the one true chain, and then a State of the Decentralized Union address, helping to organize, which is like instead of a State of the Union address, we'll have representatives from all over the world, every kind of niche and aspect of society, just checking in, letting us know how it's all going and how we're building this decentralized, peer-to-peer, unified world, external.
Fascinating.
Centralized control. And yeah, the location they got for it is totally amazing. It's kind of like a UN type building, but it's all just circular, so there's no central stage. And then right after that, we're going to do a huge decentralized dance party through the streets. We got like a giant moon on wheels. It's like 10 feet in diameter, and a rocket and all kinds of zany things that we'll be transporting around. And yeah, using this should I explain the DDP concept?
Yeah, please do. And I'll play some B-roll as well of the footage and link some videos below. But yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
So yeah, it's an idea that we came up with here in Vancouver 9 years ago. We have a FM radio transmitter and a backpack, and that beams music out to tons of old school boom boxes. They're all tuned to our frequency. So we have a central meeting point. We hand out the stereos, and people just carry them. Usually we have about 100 for your average size party. And yeah, we lead people on this crazy roaming party adventure through the city streets. And it's totally unlike a normal musical performance because there's no central stage. It's totally decentralized. Everyone with a boombox or dancing to a boombox is a performer and a participant. And I mean, it's decentralized in many ways. Like we've done 80 something parties all over the world and never got a permit. And, part of that too is radical responsibility is something that we embrace because, I mean, with great freedom comes great responsibility. So we say, yeah, we should be free to do these crazy, gigantic parties in the streets. And we also take a lot of care to make sure that all aspects of it are as pre-planned and managed as possible. And I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, so
you'd be surprised. Yeah. I was amazed that we did a little bit of that at Acapulco earlier this year, and I got to experience it at Burning Man as well. And I mean, I was having maybe a beer or two and a little bit of weed, but we can, like, when you dress up in this sort of very kind of ridiculous ways, and that's a key word, like, just be ridiculous. Don't just do extreme funny things, and you dress up like this, and you have a group, and you're cruising down the street or whatever. It gets really fun really fast, and you really realize that you don't really need to get wasted to break your inhibitions, as you pointed out so well in one of your DDP videos. And
yeah, that's our goal. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just great fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the goal of these parties, we're not like anti-alcohol, but our goal, since we're doing these in public, and drinking is illegal in public in a lot of places, and you can't just blatantly go against that. The idea is to have people losing their inhibitions through the party rather than substances. And yeah, a huge part of that is in our party manifesto. There's all the elements of creating a great party, like costumes, music, location, atmosphere, dancing. And yeah, I mean, it's just amazing to have created this thing and done it all over the world, and see, like, we're just facilitating these amazing, like, peer-to-peer, beautiful interactions on a fundamental, just people connecting on a fundamental human level in public spaces where you never have a joyful interaction like that. Generally, just been an amazing thing to inject into centralized society. And yeah, it's been a great journey alongside the development of Bitcoin and all these other decentralized things.
Yeah, it's really very moving experience. Right now I'm playing the video. I don't know if you can see it on the screen share, but it's a video of this guy just dancing, like, just in a funny way at some rave, and then so first he's alone, and then suddenly one guy joins, and they're all just bouncing around and having fun, and being kind of silly, and man, like a few minutes later, third guy jumps in, and it's almost like one of those, like, you remember that meme where people would just be doing whatever random thing at the office, and so all of a sudden the music starts and everybody's dressed like crazy things with horse heads, on their head, or
Yeah, the Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake. It's sort of like that. It's just like goes crazy, and then suddenly everybody's doing the Harlem Shake. That's very much what it seems to be like. And I haven't been on one of these DDPs where you're going down the street, but we're going to be experiencing that in Vancouver this at the Dogecon Fun. We're basically just inviting people to come and hang out and have a great time and dance and walk around and meet people. And, it really calls to something in people that is not called too often, which is just, good old happy connection. And yeah, it's just incredible. I'm very excited.
Yeah, just the parallels with Burning Man, where you have the decommodification, and, like, I've been a huge believer in open source values for a long time, and when we created the DDP, we were trying to figure out how we could do this sustainably, because it's an expensive thing to undertake. And yeah, so we'd settled on, right when we started, crowdfunding was this awesome decentralized fundraising option where we didn't have to have a central sponsor that was going to put their logo all over it and brand it. And it's so great that we were able to roll that way and just create these parties where it's like of the people, by the people, for the people. And it's not something that's being done to try and turn a profit or take advantage of anyone in any way. So just trying to maintain the humanity of it all. I think that's what you see in this greater decentralization movement and the spirit of the Doge itself.
The spirit of the Doge. Yeah. So tell us about Dogecoin, because I'm very much of a meme kind of connoisseur in the crypto space, but Dogecoin is something that I'm actually kind of new to. I mean, I've always known about it ever since the beginning, but more or less, but I've never really gotten into it. And I think this is going to be kind of my first time experiencing getting the Dogecoin experience. What should a Dogecoin newbie know? And, how does one become a dank Dogecoin memer, or is that even how it works?
I guess, yeah, that's part of what'll be happening on Sunday. Sunday is this meme art show and decentralized speed debating talks. I think that's on Sunday. So we've got Lewis Parker, I believe his name is. Do you know Lewis?
No.
He's been characterized as the Vitalik of memes. He ran the rare Pepe auction in New York like last year. Did you see that article?
I did hear about it. Yeah.
Apparently they had like, I don't know what, Sotheby's and all these crazy auction house people out, and they're just like, what just happened? Like this.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Blockchain art, and yeah, he's just like a.
Okay, you gotta send me his.
He's a meme wizard. You should interview that guy too.
Yeah, I would love to. I've been following Pepe Cash for a while now, and it's a big fan. Yeah, so I don't know if you've heard about there's this new people called Pepe DAP, and I think they're kind of Ethereum. They're definitely coming from Ethereum. They're doing a really fantastic job at growing their community in a very kind of Ethereum fashion. Like just like it's like they got the process down, like Twitter account, promotion, quick crowd sale, website up, basic memes. Like they're actually growing quite a bit. And it must have happened right after this guy did the auction, because it was like, on lock. So anyway, I'm really curious to hear what happens with this sort of the meme culture in this communities. And Dogecon is just, I'm amazed that it's still running. So very excited to see how things are going these days. So how did tell us your story? How did you end up in DDP, Dogecoin? Dogecoin, decentralized Burning Man community. Like, how did you enter the crypto space?
So yeah, in 2011, someone sent me a link to Bitcoin, and they're like, check it out, decentralized currency. And I had a background in Austrian economics and open source software. So I think you have to kind of have a weird background in those two things to really see it for what it is. And I did. So luckily I could be just like, wow, like open source money. This is a total insane world-changing event. This is super exciting. And started following it as much as I could. And then in 2013 Dogecoin came along, and it was like Bitcoin plus irreverence. It was a community that had reverence for the irreverent, like sending the Jamaican bobsled team to the Olympics and all kinds of stuff, the NASCAR, and it was all about having fun. And also I think just the way it's been created, where there's 100 billion or whatever Dogecoin in existence, like instead of tipping someone with 0.000 whatever, you can send them like 1,000 Dogecoin. It's just way more fun. And there's just something about that face, that dog, where it's just like every time I see it, I just laugh and feel good. And a lot of people, not just me, like have remarked like this is like the modern Mona Lisa. This is like the Buddha assuming his ultimate form. There's just something like this divine perfection with that eye just slightly askew looking back at you. And then we just got super hyped on it, and we're like, well, why can't this be the currency of the world? Like, can you imagine that face on every transaction? How much better this planet would be, and how much better time we'd be having all the time. And yeah, we just went as far as we could with it. And even way back in 2014, before like digital art and memes and everything had kind of taken off, we had an idea to raise money for our whole DDP world tour. We wanted to issue $1 million worth of peace bonds that would be denominated in Dogecoin, or at least on the Dogecoin blockchain. So the idea is to sell $1 million of peace bonds, and then we do our DDP tour all around the world and unite as many people as possible in transcendent celebration, especially areas where they're having strife or division. And then I'll end with a simultaneous global dance party that will unite us all. And then we figure such an accomplishment would win us the Nobel Peace Prize. And then during our acceptance speech, we would make the suggestion that for the next year, every country of the world should devote half of their defense budget to partying instead of weapons. $1 trillion dedicated to sound systems and costumes and basically everything we can imagine to create the most joyful and connecting and magical party experiences all over the world. And then once that happens, I think we'll be pretty close to world peace and win the Nobel Prize again. And that's well over $2 million. So every peace bond holder doubles their money, gets paid back.
Wow.
And then hopefully we get investigated by the SEC and thrown in jail.
and that's when you become a martyr, and then you get memed, and you become truly, truly decentralized. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, myself and a few others involved were down to be party martyrs, but
just follow the Doge. Just have faith in the Doge. Those eyes know the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the spirit that's been guiding us to make this whole conference happen too. Like, it started just ridiculous notion with nothing. We're just gonna hope that some sponsors and donors would materialize, and we'll just book all these venues and spend countless hours just putting together this thing because we think it's fun and it'll be amazing and it'll be super beneficial to the local community and the global community. And
well, I certainly,
the spirit of the Doge.
Yeah, and I certainly think that will happen. I mean, I don't really go to that many conferences, but when I heard about this, I mean, I've been vibing off with the Dogecon. I think it's going to be so much fun. And you guys may have Nassim Taleb coming. Is that kind of like in a, has that collapsed into reality, or is it sort of in the indeterminate quantum state?
I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Like, Chelsea and Alex and the others have been handling the scheduling and outreach to speakers and sponsors. So
Cool.
I can't verify, but I know we just confirmed that Max Borders is coming up a couple days ago.
Who's that?
And, yeah, Max Borders. Remember Max from the Camp Decentral?
From Burning Man? Okay.
Yeah, he runs Voice and Exit, and he just wrote this what's it called? Social Evolution Decentralist Manifesto.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Voice and Exit is another one that sounded fantastic. Yeah, I missed because I was dumb, but it sounded like a really fantastic conference.
Yeah, I really wanted to go. We were talking about doing a DDP down there, and then I got banned from the U.S.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Any updates? Any quick updates on that?
Yeah, I'm just working through the complicated legal stuff of trying to do the waiver, and it costs thousands of dollars, and it's a huge pain. And
yeah, clearly dancing and while sober is a dangerous thing. Maybe we can show that that's not the case.
Yeah, we were trying to go to Puerto Rico for Rebuild Week to deliver a DDP to this place that had been hit with a hurricane, and I said, it's a long story, but ultimately we got pulled in at the border, and I told them that we were going to Puerto Rico to do this thing. We'd been allowed into the States on numerous occasions prior to do these parties, and we were going to try and crowdfund some money to cover the cost of getting there and the hotel. And then any profits would go to hurricane relief. And we were working with Americans. We weren't taking any American jobs, which is their general legit concern.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just the wrong border guy on the wrong day. So I got a 5-year travel ban and lost a bunch of money on the flights we had booked and all this time and money I have to spend trying to get back in. So
yeah,
I guess the biggest thing anyone could do to help is if there's someone in government who could help to speed the processing of this, and I don't know.
Yeah, any lawyers that are watching this that are big Dogecon fans, please contact Gary.
I'm a really lovely guy. Like,
yes,
you want me in your country.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Joy. That's all I want
Yes.
to do. Maybe I should take off the shirt so I'm not just a weirdo.
I think there's not a whole lot you can do to not be kind of unorthodox, let's say. I mean, there's a massive Doge behind you. It's just, just the shades are
that old thing.
That old thing. That's nice.
Our lovely sponsors thus far.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, if y'all can make it, come out to Dogecon.fun. It's on. Let's find the schedule. So it's on the 21st to 24th, Vancouver, Canada. I believe the ticket is like $200. Is that right?
Yeah, 200 Canadian. So that's like $5.
Yeah, exactly. That's like not even money. It's like Monopoly money. So.
Yeah, I mean, for 4 days, you're gonna get for $200 for 4 days. This is gonna be like I'm excited, and I don't get excited about much. And if you're excited about this, imagine meeting all the other several hundred weirdos who are excited about this. Like, this is gonna be
I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
Community. This is gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Doge consciousness elevated.
Doge conscience.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, but Doge spelled backwards is e-god.
Oh wow!
There's a lot at play here.
Wow.
And a lot of truths will be revealed.
The meme gods are rising. The meme gods are rising. And you have in ancient mythology, in Egyptian mythology, you had some frog gods, which are Pepe, right? Of course. And then you also have a dog, and there's a dog god that sort of has a staff and is sort of doing all kinds of things. There's one picture I saw today of the dog holding the balance of justice.
Really?
So yeah, I mean, we don't know. Who knows what kind of mimetic deities we are bringing life. We're bringing back into life, and they're certainly serving us well. It's a fantastic time. So don't get scared. Coming and mostly just for fun. I'm just talking shit. I don't want to scare people. Be like, oh my god, it's like No, it's
a meme can save the world.
But yeah, exactly. There's something powerful about it. There's something really kind of there's something powerful. Like if you don't feel it, then this one isn't talking to you. So, but that's a good time.
Hopefully.
Very interesting stuff.
A meme can melt your heart.
Yeah. I mean, and art is a remarkable thing. Like there's pieces of art that are worth millions of dollars, and people will travel the world, enter this space, and stare at it for half an hour. And if you think about it, like, it doesn't make any sense. But people will do it because there's something in it, right? And obviously, to me, any cryptocurrency or any community that has in the crypto space that has a meme and it has serious meme culture, that's a sign that there's something true and very something strong there, something that can last. So clearly Dogecoin has proven that, and we now have
it's hanging on
against all odds.
It's just so lovable. And you know about the Doge Ethereum bridge and all that?
Oh, well, I can. No, not really, but that the name says a lot.
Yeah, they've created some kind of crazy bridge between Dogecoin and Ethereum. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're going to be interoperable. Like, you can have ERC20 tokens on where you like lock up your Doge, and then you have it over there, so you can have tokens or peace bonds or anything you can imagine, and vice versa. I don't know all the technicals of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. That's the future. I think that we're going to see a lot of interoperability between blockchains. So Dogecoin to Ethereum, Ethereum to Bitcoin, maybe definitely Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Monero are kind of like, forming some sort of triad. So it's going to be fun.
Don't forget Ubic.
Ubic, yeah. Yes. What is Ubic? For those who don't know, I definitely know.
That is a blockchain project co-created by Alex Stirk, one of my dear friends. I guess a clone of Ethereum using the Ethereum virtual EVM language, or Ethereum virtual machine. And so yeah, it's the third largest one after Ethereum Classic. And
cool. It's quite an achievement.
Yeah, they have some unique value propositions. Like they're pretty conservative with the changes that they implement. I guess I should let Alex talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe we can have him on. We'll definitely meet him at Dogecon. I'm going to be filming and creating content down there. So, we can talk a bit more about it. Well, I think we've gone long enough. Thank you for coming on this show.